Want more traffic and higher conversions? In this video, I'll show you how to write an Amazon description that does both. And the first thing that you need is a checklist, right? So a checklist makes it extremely easy for you to succeed, right? If you're following a recipe and you're trying to cook something, if you don't follow the recipe, you'll notice that it tastes different every single time. It's the same with descriptions. It's the same with almost everything in life. If you have a checklist, you'll get it done right every single time. If you do follow the checklist, the first one is the description. How long is it? The longer the description, with the right keywords, the better. Do the first few sentences add real customer benefits? Now, sometimes people will read the entire description, sometimes they won't read it at all, but what you do want is you want to have the customer benefits in those first few sentences to reel them in. Is a description SEO optimized with little to no repeats? So there are repeat keywords. So if you're selling a tennis ball and in your description, if you mention tennis ball 10 times, that's a bit too many. So you want to try to figure out other words, right? So you could just put yellow ball, like try to have different keywords and not repeat the same exact keywords multiple times, because it won't help your SEO when you could replace them with other keywords that might be better. Have you run it through Helium 10 Magnet for additional keyword SEO? There's also looking at a competitor analysis using Cerebro. And then obviously there's grammar and spelling checks with Grammarly, right? So you're going to need all of this. If your grammar's off, people will notice and they will not buy your product. I can promise you that. Sometimes they even leave negative reviews. So again, so we're talking about Helium 10. This is Helium 10 if you haven't used it before, right? So if we were selling tennis balls, you can just go to Magnet. There's also a link in the description for a free trial, but let's just do tennis balls and click get keywords. And what it's going to do is it's going to show you high volume search terms that are relevant to your keyword. So if you are selling tennis balls, what are people typing in, or related people that play tennis and want to buy tennis balls? So that way you can rank higher and rank in different areas on Amazon, right? So let's just wait for this to fetch the data. Okay, so we see tennis balls, and then what you can do is just tennis gifts for men, right? A good keyword. Tennis US Open, tennis balls spelled wrong, US Open. And then you can also filter it by search volume if you want to have really, really high search volumes. Dog. So it looks like tennis balls can also be for dogs as well. So we want to implement that in. Dryer balls, ping pong balls, puppy toys. So there's some keywords that you can add here. The thing is with dog, it is getting 77,000 searches. So if you can implement that word in your description, even if you never even thought about it, this is what can help you stand out, right? So let's look at a okay description. So we're looking at this item right here. And their description, most descriptions look like this, right? It's just a lot of text. You can't really change it. It has to look like this. This is a solid description. It's just not long enough. So if we go through the checklist, there's a lot of things that are missing, right? So the description isn't between 1,500 to 2,000 characters. If we put it in here, let's see how long it is. You can just go to lettercount.com. It's free. And then you can see how many characters it is. And it's at 1,278. We want to make it to that 1,500. So just go through the checklist, right? And then there's also other types of descriptions that I want to show you that have proper spacing. So you can have special spacing. You could bold text, right? This is a gray area on Amazon. But for example, if we were selling this item and we wanted to space it out, you can copy this. There's a seller on sellerapp.com. They have like a free coding description tool. So you can put it in and then like change it and then kind of have like make it look more professional. So you can actually make it look professional on Amazon and have like special spacing, designed, bing, and we could have like different spacing like this and actually make it show like this on Amazon. Now, this is a gray area on Amazon. Some people say it's allowed. Some people say it's not allowed. I've never had somebody get in trouble for this. So you could try it out because it allows you to space out your listing to make it look more professional. It does take up more space because they add all of this HTML in here. So that does take up keywords, right? But it is easier to read. And they actually have the policies right here saying that this tool is allowed on Amazon. But again, some experts will say it's allowed. Some experts will say it's not allowed. What I'm saying is I've never seen anybody get in trouble for it. So if you want to get ahead, this could be the way. Okay. So you can use a tool to help your spacing, and that's completely up to you. That's not in the checklist because it's a gray area. But anyway, let's optimize this listing. So we're going back to this listing. And to optimize it, the first thing that we're going to do is go through the checklist. And the first thing is if the description is between 1,500 and 2,000 characters, which it's not. So what we're going to do first is obviously try to get this to have more characters. So add more details. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what we did right here is we added more details. So what I did is I added we added that pet owners, right? Because pet owners, after looking at that keyword on Helium 10, I've noticed that they said dog. So I'm thinking pet owners also buy tennis balls, not to play tennis, but for the dog themselves. So I added that in, dog balls, added different keywords in for, let's see, dog owners, energetic dog parks, training sessions. So I make it related to dogs and I'm making it related to tennis players. So kind of targeting two people at once. So that's going to help me rank because a lot of people who sell tennis products only focus on tennis people when you can also be focusing on pet owners as well. And then, so now our keyword count, if we put it back into here, our new keywords, it should be between 1,500 and 2,000. And right now we're at 1,800. So we're meeting that. So goal number 1 is complete. Do the first few sentences add real customer benefits? Experience unbeatable versatility and performance with our tennis balls. Kind of. I don't think that ours really adds customer benefits. So again, we're going to redo it. And then what we're adding is now train harder, play longer, and fetch farther with our tennis ball. So all of a sudden, fetch, boom, we're hitting that dog owners, play longer, and then train harder. So some benefits right there. And this one is much better now. And I just bolded it. I'm not actually going to bold it when I implement it into Amazon, but the bold it is just for you to see like what we added. Is the description SEO optimized with little to no repeats? So what you can do is copy this. And you can also look up, there's a duplicate tool to see duplicates. So let's go to tools. And then we're going to see duplicate word finder, duplicate word. And we can see how many duplicates we have. So we've got 8 duplicates of the word tennis, 5 duplicates of the word balls, right? So we can implement these and make this better. So go through the checklist as well to make those better. And then again, we're running it through Helium 10 magnet. So if we're selling tennis balls, we could put it into Helium 10's magnet. I already showed you how to do that. And then run and see what other keywords we can add that have high search volume. Because if we can rank organically from one of these keywords, like dog ball launcher, that's actually pretty cool. And we can rank for that. We could get clicks and generate sales. The dog ball launchers usually need tennis balls. So again, it could go hand in hand, right? It's like a substitute item or complementary. And then Helium 10 Cerebro. So this is where you actually put your competitors in. So let's say this one was our competitor. We can actually put their ASIN in. And then what we can do is see what keywords they're ranking for. And we want to target somebody that is making more sales than us. And then we can see what keywords they're ranking for. So, and then we can take some of their keywords. It's going to be like the same thing, but instead on magnet, it just shows like keywords that are related to the customer. This one is actually keywords that the competitor is ranking for on Amazon. Volleyball rebounder, right? So that might be another one. And they might try to use this for volleyball. Tennis ball hopper, things like that. So there's a lot of different things that we can add right there. So you want to go through the checklist and do that. And then of course, there's a tool called Grammarly, grammarly.com, and you can check spelling and grammar for free. So a lot of this stuff you can do completely for free and optimize your listing like an expert would do. It does take time. It does take energy. here's an example of a finalized product. This still needs to be touched up, but compared to where it was before, which is this one, it's going to have a lot more SEO juice to help you get on page number 1. And each and every keyword does matter on Amazon. And Amazon is more of like a keyword stuff game, right? You don't want to just keyword stuff, but what I'm saying is adding new keywords and hitting that keyword limit and having a checklist will make the difference between a very, very short description to a long description where you actually analyze the competition, utilized free tools like Helium 10, and went ahead to generate those extra awesome bullet points to generate more sales. But that's it for today's video. If you want more Amazon videos, tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, copywriter, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description below to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our full Amazon account management service. This is where we're going to come in. We're going to optimize all of your listings, your title, your bullet points, your description. We have a design team that's going to be doing your designs, re-optimizing those to get more clicks, advertising, increasing sales, and much, much more. The benefit of this service, so you can spend time working on your business while we're the ones doing the day-to-day operations, helping you scale your business to save time, money, and increase your sales with EHP Consulting Group. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.